Welcome to Deep Thought. We have to recognize the people who really care for us. I'm going to tell you something I've seen in life, and it's really a crying shame. You get some people, you see it a lot in relationships. Both men and women do this too. Both men and women do this. They will, like in relationships or when they're trying to deal with the opposite sex, both men and women, they will chase and go out their way for someone they find attractive. You know, oh, yeah, she fat to death. Oh, yeah, he fine and everything. Yet those people don't care for them. Yet there's always some person. For women, there's always a guy who, you know, he might not have that physique or looks or height or swag or anything a particular woman would want, but he cares. He has good intentions towards the woman. He has good intentions. He's there for the woman, right? He has her best interest at heart. He's a legitimately good guy. And hey, for the men as well. How many men have chased that woman because she had big breastises or that nice old butt dump and stuff, but put them through some hell? Meanwhile, the woman whose breastises might not be as nice and, you know, the butt could use some squats, but the woman genuinely cares for the man. Genuinely cares. And that's just in relationships. How many of us will have different relatives? You know, we'll be friendly with all the other relatives and stuff, but the one who really helps us, we spend the less time with. We show the least caring for the one who cares for us the most. Meanwhile, we go for the crazy relative or something, or hanging around them, and they don't have good intentions. They ain't even a good person, you know? I'm going to tell you what, and then friendships. How many of us have been friends with some straight up knucklehead? Male and female. Like, this person ain't good for us at all. Meanwhile, the person's supportive of something, you know, they might get a high from us every now and then. I'm going to try to think about that. And that's all of us. That's all of us. I've done it. I have no problem. Like I said, I'm climbing up that mountain with the rest of y'all. We all side by side. So I've done it. In fact, a lot of stuff, that's why I talk about a lot of things, because I said, look, I don't want somebody to make the same mistake. You know? Seriously, you think, wait a minute, this person was always cool with me. It could have been for relationships, friendships. This person was always down for me, trying to help me. But I'm over here looking at this other thing. Like in the relationship part, there's been some women down for me. Like down. Shoot, I can think of a couple now. I pray they doing great in life. They were down for me, no matter what I was presenting. But they were there. And they weren't that bad either. That's the thing. But I wasn't checking for them for a reason. For whatever reason. I look back, you'd be like, wow. You know what? That person was always down. You know? And I do sincerely hope. I ain't that type to be looking back at somebody. But I'll be like, you know, I hope they doing great. You know? So I've gone through it. And that's how I learned this lesson. You know, people got to learn. I'm going to tell you what. I know this dude. I mentioned him in my book, Nice Guys and Players. I called him Jim. That's not his name. And he said, you know what? And he's a player. And he said, you know what? At the end of the day, and excuse my language, because, you know, I don't really curse on this channel. I curse like a sailor on the other channel, but I don't curse on this channel, but I got to repeat what he said specifically. And he said, you know what, man? Ultimately, a man needs a woman who's just going to give a fuck about him. And he said it just like that. And, you know, that was a powerful lesson. Just a player, get plenty of women, but he was like, which ones really cared about him? And, you know, and like I said, yeah, we can definitely see it in relationships, but we got to look at it overall. Which family member is there for us? Which friends are always down for us? You know, it could be like a casual, somebody you see around at your gym or something, or you see in a store. Which ones are always friendly no matter what? Always have a smile for you. You know? Because that's one thing about people. that's overall I've seen. Sometimes we'll go for the representative of a person. Representative means, their outer mask and everything, but not who they truly are. And that can really hurt you in the long run. Because how many people, and this could be in a relationship, this could be in a friendship. How many of y'all, if y'all want to share something, you thought somebody was your great friend, they were always there for you until something major happened. You could have been a death in your family, something that major, or you go to the hospital for something. How many people reached out to you? How many people reached out to you when they thought you were going through something? Like how many, like you going through something, how many say, hey, let me check on you or something? Seriously. Because like I said, I've done that in the past when I was younger. Now, one of the things that really make me pay attention to anybody is when they say, hey, what's going on with you? You need help with something? You all right? You good? And that's one thing, You always want to think about that. As soon as somebody says something, they shows one way or the other. Like if they reach out to me, it could be a text or something, say, hey, just checking on you, see what's up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. I pay attention to that. And I want other people to do that as well. And you gotta make sure also, but when people do that, make sure they don't want anything from you. Be careful about that. Ask what they asking about. If they asking about money or something like that. But if they say, what you got, what can I do for you? And they ain't really getting anything out of it. They genuinely giving. Pay attention to those people. Like if it's a relationship type of thing, yeah, you want to find that person you find attractive, but that person still got to like you. And like your friendships, you got to find out the real friends. Who really down for you? Who going to be there for you? You get in an accident or something and you got to be in a hospital. Who going to actually come and visit? Who going to sit there with you legitimately? That visit for 15 minutes and go, but sit there legitimately and do what they got to do for you. You got to think about all those things. If you're on a job or something, who really got your back and who really just, trying to get something from you, only dealing with you just because it's on the job. This is just in life. Really learn to recognize that. Who's doing it sincere. Now, it could be, ain't no magic formula for figuring it out. It ain't. It really ain't. You got to really go with your heart, your intuition. You got to pay attention. You got to ask yourself, does this person seem like they want to make sure you feel good? Are they sincere? It takes some practice, but it can be done, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I want y'all to think on what I'm saying. Peace and blessings.